everybody. It's the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu after what I call a short break of 2 weeks. It's good to be back, okay? I recommend to everybody that you must take time off your schedule, even if you think that you're not physically busy. Mentally busy itself, it can do all kinds of things, okay? So for the 2 weeks virtually, I just stayed off everything and, stayed quiet, caught up with sleep. I discovered that where you can, and I read it in some article way back, that you must, if you deny yourself some sleep, you will owe that sleep. And also there was a theory that also says that you can bank sleep, meaning that, okay, so if I'm not going to sleep for 2 days, say Thursday, Friday, you can store up sleep and so on and so forth. But man, what I did was sleep. I hope that people do appreciate, what this job does to you. The person sitting next to me now, I knew she was almost packing up about a month ago when she was stressed to the bone. Anyway, I'm back. Let's leave that. Okay, so a few things that will... Today is for us, okay? We'll just chill and talk about a few things that happened or that are happening. And then I get a lot of response from you. But before then, let me tell you, today we are going to talk about things that happened. But tomorrow we'll still talk about things that are happening. But I'm going to have Osa. All of you know Osa. I'm going to have Osa here. Osa here tomorrow, so you're going to look forward to that. Now, you remember Komiade Milui, who was here about 2-3 weeks ago. He's coming back on Saturday, all the way from Oshogbo. We're going to drag him down. He says, as usual, it's easier for him to do now that there's a train from Lagos to Ibadan. So we're going to bring Komi in on Saturday. And I can tell you this morning, I wrapped it up, this current security situation that we have, it calls for some expert knowledge. And therefore, of course, I don't need to tell you who will be coming on Tuesday next week. And on Wednesday next week, we have Blackie. Okay, Tuesday is Blade. I'm sure you know it will be Captain Blade. And on Wednesday, Blackie is going to be here again. It's going to be here again. I'm trying to put a few things together to see. I've given Tola Akikugwe the assignment. I want to put 1, 2, 3, 4 people together. We need to talk about Lagos. Okay, we need to talk about the drift in Lagos. And this doesn't have a direct bearing on the election, even though I can tell you the Lagos election doesn't excite me. It doesn't excite me at all. For me, there's not much to look forward to. Because, okay, let's just leave it at that. I doubt if things will change that much. I suspect there'll be a lot of apathy in Lagos eventually, and I doubt if things are going to change. So but we will need to have a discussion with I don't like to use the word stakeholders. Everybody is the stakeholder. But with people that matter, maybe we'll spread it over 2 days and just talk about Lagos. There are certain things. We need to get this state working, irrespective of who the governor is. We need to get and look at all these drivers, whatever that Remima and I were discussing this morning. This thing shouldn't even be happening at all. Look at education, look at things. So we for 2 days or so or thereabout, we get resource persons to talk about Lagos. We need to get Lagos right. And like I said, this is irrespective of, who the governor turns out to be. I'm sure most of you are wondering whether there's anybody that I support in the race for Lagos. There is, but I'm for everybody and I'm for nobody. That's the most thing. The other development that we have is that I've now made my own some kind of nice arrangement. The reason why I haven't been taking your Twitter calls, to be honest with you, of course, I'm short-sighted. Okay, and so I can't read this thing from a distance, but Babatilo adjust. So I will be taking a lot of Twitter now, but all you need to do is tag me in your tweet, at Nigeria Info. Then you add at Jimi Disu, so you can join me on Twitter. Tag me on. So I'm going to be reading a lot of tweets. Okay? It's nice to be back. I'm telling you, if you could see me on YouTube, you'll see me bouncing. But I'm bounced. How long that will how long that is gonna last, I cannot guarantee, because this country has a way of wearing you down. But it's been exciting. I've been occasionally, what I did was put all my gadgets away. You remember I told you the other day that I was addicted to my gadgets, so I put most of them away except my camera. And so I've been hearing a few things here and there. The most visible, as far as presidency goes, I think the most visible for me, both good or bad, depending on what side of the divide you are, has been Bola Tinubu. You know, Asiwaju, he's been the most, and the man is a master tactician. How far that will help him, the electorate will make up their minds. Look at what he did, for example. You know, he instead of going for these law school or whatever, he is deciding what stakeholders he's going to be talking to in public. So he has held the narrative. Well, it's left to the people to react to whether they will allow him get away with it or not. I mean, but that's what he has done, and he has craftily this gentleman, husband material, was telling me this morning that, Uncle Jimmy, did you notice that at the whatever he had with the business community, people were answering questions on his behalf. And then I laughed and said that the strategy would be to tell you that he has a team, that it's not about him only. But he has to come for interview. He has to, and he has to come for debates. But then again, Buhari didn't debate and he won. So get prepared. That might jolly well happen. But he's been in the forefront, by my own estimation. I think Atiku has been having a few flip flops here and there. I don't know what it is. Maybe we are all in a hurry, because February is still far from where we are now, and I'm sure maybe people don't want to burn themselves out. Obi is steady on course, okay, but that the major problem that he has, the advantage that Obi has, that he has the people, he has the numbers. You can't take that away from him, but he doesn't have the that kind of party structure to get people behind him. This governor, that governor. But hey, look at today. Look at what Autumn said about Obi. When Obi visited Autumn, he said that. Okay, let me just read the story here. Let me read the whole story. 2023, Obi finest in terms of education, character, performance, and others. Autumn, and he says, when the state governor Autumn has described the Labour Party presidential candidate as the finest standard bearer in terms of education, performance, character, and passion to rescue the country. Now, this is coming from a PDP governor. Okay. And he says, let me read what he says in full. It says, the Obi is the finest in terms of education, in terms of character, in terms of performance, in terms of reaching out, in terms of accommodation, in terms of being a pan-Nigerian, and in terms of passion to ensure that our country is liberated from where we are, from insecurity to security, out of the economic woes to economic vibrancy, and out of lack of adequate social life. You have the capacity to make things work, Autumn told Obi during a 5-day visit. Now, what it appears is that could it be that Atiku's loss will be Obi's gain, because these governors, Wike, Makinde, Ikpeazu, and Ugwanyi, they are on the warpath with the leadership of the PDP on this north-south divide. Okay, so it appears that it might be that they probably have a deal with Obi. Okay, and the story says that Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, was in Benue State to meet with the two topmost traditional rulers in the states. And the Governor Autumn noted that this is the first time a presidential candidate was meeting their two paramount rulers, and commended Obi for his ability to reach out. Then, look at politicians. Please listen to this one. It says, The governor quoted from the Holy Book of John 3:23 to buttress the fact that only God crowns, and told Obi, if Nigerians were given a chance to make a choice, you are one of the finest, and so on and so forth. I mean, so but I still, and I have a very strong suspicion that finances might also be hampering Obi's whatever. Asiwaju seems to have a lot of that, understandably. And like I said, Atiku is running battles with Wike. He's not going anywhere, and I think he has decided to move on without them. Okay, then we have those are the three major contenders that we have. Okay, in Lagos, of course, we do have Sanwo-Olu, and we have Jandor, and a few others. But we also have Funsho Duarte, that I think that we need to keep an eye on. Funsho Duarte, I think we need to keep an eye on. But we have these two major contenders. I'm not too sure which way it's going to go between these two. One of them definitely is most likely to win the election. But I think that from what one can see now, unless there's a rabbit that is lying down in one hat to be pulled out, I don't think much will change in Lagos. However, some of us who are concerned, have decided that, look, we just need to change the narrative. Okay, so if we can't change the government, we need to change the narrative and need to repackage. We can't. The truth is, we can't continue to live in this confused state. It's just not. It's just not right. It's just not right. Like when Mima and I were saying this morning, a situation where people will be collecting money daily, whether it's a government agency or private enterprise, you'll be collecting cash, 800 or something like that, in notes and so on and so forth. Put it in a big pile to count every day. Where does accountability come into that? And I'm now talking of the driver strike. Where does accountability come into that? You can cash everywhere. Nobody does that. Like I said, what you need to do is let them pay a monthly levy or an annual levy, and you have something by which to identify them. Then you can get, what did you call those banks again? I'm still on holiday, microfinance banks. They can arrange a direct debit. Government can appoint 2 or 3, so they get a direct debit from your bank. So once you initiate the direct debit, you're given a sticker on your car to show you've paid for the year, just like you pay for your driver's license. I know the excuse would be, how would you expect drivers to pay 800 times whatever it is? Honestly, I don't. You must find a way to do that. That's why I said you could use direct debit. And I thought that the policy in Lagos where all payments would be made to a bank. These people that collect this money, this is apart from you have the hoodlums. It's difficult to differentiate between the original park and garages and the hoodlums. There seems to be a mix between them. You ask yourself, okay, so they're giving tickets. How are you sure they don't print their own tickets? Who collects the money? Where does it go? What are the records? The Commissioner for Finance should please, and Transportation, should please open up and let's know what all this is all about. If people are paying 800 a day, and we let that happen, how do you run a society like that? And somebody somewhere, all of you remember my very good friend who comes on Diabumi once in a while. She now sends me a message to say that even in the markets it's the same thing. We can't live like this. There's racketeering going on. I don't know who by, but for you to be collecting daily cash, there is some element of racketeering going on. And we must call out these things. Like Tola and I were discussing this morning, we need to look at the educational policy. We don't want a situation where anybody comes out of Lagos in future and says that he was home taught. To do apologies to what Wemimo was saying this morning, that maybe he was home taught. Let me tell you, Wemimo, for anybody in my age mate who said he didn't go to school in our time, then we must be selling bully or whatever, because school was free. And the free schools were standard. People went to St. Jude's, St. Patrick's, St. this and St. that. They went to all kinds of schools. The secondary school was the same thing. If you were brilliant, if you are brilliant to have gotten a first class or 2-1 in the university, surely you could have gotten this thing in secondary school. But let's leave politics out of the matter. Let's leave that on. You know. Also, I'd like to comment a bit on the fire that took place in Tedros. I sympathize a lot with those traders. I mean, imagine everything you have going up in flames. But I'd like to caution our people in future. There is no government that can help you if any market goes up in fire. That is the honest to God truth. The government that cannot even provide the basics for that your tax covers is not going to provide anything. What you should do, my people in the markets, market women and so on, what you should do is make sure that you have an insurance policy that covers your goods. The premium, I think the premium in insurance is about 1%. 1% means that if you insure your goods for, say, 20 million, then the premium will maybe something like 20,000. Abi, is that 1%? Philip, are you on vacation? Where is he behind the pillar? He's left. Oh my God, he's sleeping. Okay, I think the premium is one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring somebody from the insurance industry. I'm going to find some nice intelligent to come and educate us on this particular issue of why you need to. I don't think anything is too small to insure. You should insure your homes against robbery and fire. All those stereo sets and even, well, I don't know about your phone. No. Most people don't want to insure phones because you'll be changing phones every 10 days. But you can insure so many things. Your fridges, your coolers, your name it. Even if you live in a one-room apartment, insure it. Because I heard in the news this morning, we are calling on government to help us. The government not to help anybody. I'm telling you. Even if they are going to give a token, if they are going to give something at all, it will be a token. I know what happened. You know, I had a son who was in that house that went down, the story building that went down in Ikoyi, and I know what his parents were given as compensation. So let's get that clear. I will bring somebody for your benefit next week to talk about how you can insure your goods. Okay, how you can insure your goods so that when things like this happen, you can call in the insurance company and get full value. Okay, it's 21 minutes past 9. This engine, Yoruba people, we call this thing engine. It can trip off at any time and cut you mid-sentence. So I'm going to go off now on a break. When I come back, I'll probably look a bit at the Afenifere issue. Then, your tweets. Remember, when you tweet, please add at Jimi Disu. Okay, one word. My Jimmy is not Jimmy, Jimmy. That's Oyinbo Jimmy. My Jimmy is Yoruba Jimmy, Jimi. My full name is Oluwafiola Jimmy, but it's too long to fill in a form. If I had to put Oluwafiola Jimmy and Jimi Disu Labulo, it will fill over. So it's just Jimi Disu, okay? And that's what I've been. Since everybody who knows me in this world, from when I was a kid, knows me as Jimi Disu, okay? We'll take a short break and I'll be right back.
Moments in the world of football. And finally, the chat station, for your listening pleasure. Your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We talk.
Rivers State Police Command has paraded 21 suspected IPOB members accused of burning 3 police stations and killing 3 officers.
You talk.
The poor man's team, they show him face for crime fighter. When rich man steal money, they no go see him face for crime fighter.
But what the government have made us to understand is that whatever news that comes from the public that is against the government is fake.
Really talk.
Why are they turning their guns, their boots against the defenseless and harmless civilian populace? What is their problem?
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Depend on us for the best in talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, biggest.
Keeping you updated on latest news.
Somebody is saying they own mint. So the government just go to the mint and print money and then everyone stand on the land. They share it.
Latest developments locally and internationally. From politics to business, sports, and so much more. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. We keep you informed all day long with the best radio programming. From the morning crossfire with Sheriff to What's Up Lagos. And at noon, it's the sunny side with Joyce. Let's talk hard facts with Sandra Ezekwesili.
I will present a story the way that it was presented.
Femi and the gang bring the game on with day-by-day accounts of magnificent moments in the world of football. And finally,
when there is news, we report it.
What about conversation? We bring it.
I know my class.
Why are you talking to me then?
Sport, current affairs,
And more? You sure can count on us. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
My name it's people go buy wetin dem no dey see na. Abi, to you, I just dey flood your timeline. To me, my phone na my shop. My Airtel data na my rent.
The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Football don't start again, To the score goal too, don't start. Play, argument plus the quarter then we follow, don't start too. Grip body them. Those kind of question like, who they win? Who tell me the score? Plus plenty excitement. All of them don't start again, So therefore, BetKing they sell you Obonga boosted odds and correct cash outs to the celebrate your win. Plus accumulator bonus for all your selection them. What you they wait for now? Make you go do your betting for betking.com so that you can begin battle your football Saturday again.
That feeling? That's BetKing.
As a sharp boy, I always keep it real. I'm all about my grind and my hustle. Every day is an opportunity to win, so every move has to be on point. That's why when I want to chill out, I go for the Wazoo bottles. Here, I can stay refreshed for just 50 naira with 7-Up, Mirinda, or Pepsi 35cl glass. Now I can really level up without breaking the bank. I told you I was a sharp guy now.
Enjoy chilled refreshment with the Wazoo bottles. 7-Up, Mirinda, and Pepsi 35C glass at 50 naira only. Grab don't level with the Wazoo bottles. All now Wazoo.
Noise in class.
Auntie, Brian said that the Bomb Vita School competition is back. We are preparing for it.
The Bomb Factor is back? Okay, let's see your preparation. Drop a beat.
That's right. The Bomb Factor School Talent Competition is back with up to 6 million naira to be won. To participate, visit www.bombfactor.ng. Born Vita, strength to dream.
Beat Zakpa with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th to the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply.
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
You summon the oracle now. Greetings, my king. How can the oracle serve you? You will tell me the secret to your power. How did that keke move without a driver? My secret is the power of 5G. Tell me more about the power of 5G.
With hyper-fast internet speed, slow to zero lag and buffering, multiple connections and quality data sharing, 5G will give you amazing
innovating things like remote surgeries, self-driving vehicles, instant file downloads, smart homes.
5G's amazing technology will change the way we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible. And remember, no BB2, now MTN 5G.
Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal to history. Una fit do am now. Watch the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. A joke. Almost sign up now at showmax.com.
Do you know what to give your employees, partners, and clients during the holiday season? Sure Gifts vouchers are the best way to give them exactly what they want. And guess what? Employees thank their HR for the best gift when they get Sure Gifts vouchers. For businesses, there's no need for logistics, warehousing, and delivery headaches. Sure Gifts vouchers are redeemable at the top stores in Nigeria like Spar, ShopRite, Jumia, Just Right, and many more. Simplify your life and be one of over 1,000 smart companies already using Sure Gifts. Call 01-912-5160 today or email rewards@suregifts.com.ng to get a discount on your first order. T&C apply.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
Right, it's good to be back. Welcome back. First of all, I'd like to express my condolence to the Adeleke family on the loss of Davido's son, which was a very traumatic thing to hear. But I'd like to please stop circulating some video that shows how this incident happened. I mean, we need to have compassion in our hearts in the things that we do. I found it such a gruesome thing. You know, I opened it because I didn't know what it was. You know, until halfway that I got through, because it came. You know, my messages come, in like whatever, and then opening it, and found such a traumatic thing. I think we need to have some human feeling, and stop this nonsense habits that we have of. Somebody put up an argument. It is to show how. What do you mean it is to show? You don't know what happened. It is to show what? Whatever it is to show can be said verbally. But to show that video, how inhuman can we be? I think most people who showed that video and then, whatever, I think they should go check themselves. I can't imagine it. A 3-4-year-old? You were looking at me, kind of.
What video?
Oh, the video of how the boy died. I don't know who released the CCTV from the house and now made it go viral. And the people started circulating it. It got to me. I read it at about 2 a.m. today, and I just picked up my phone like I normally do. I mean, it's very inhuman. And those who are involved in this exercise should be ashamed of themselves. Please, let's stop it. Let's apply what is called discretion. Okay, and I'm surprised that the WhatsApp and Facebook themselves have not brought it down. Let's apply discretion in the things that we do. I mean, if you can't show things like sexual activity and things like that, which I agree with, why would you want to show this? Anyway, my sympathy to the young man, I particularly like him, but my sympathies to him. Okay, maybe some of you have something to say. Not about this incident, please. Let's just talk about the things I've said before. No, nothing about this Davido incident, but let me know, open up our lines. 0700, I've forgotten how this thing goes. 0700 993 993 993. And the numbers for the female is, this one is Zeta login. That one, okay. 01 4465 7190. And remember that when you tweet, please, when you tweet, please add at Jimi Disu. Freshology said the video is not Davido's song because I'm not interested in that. Aya Johnson says, it's good to have you back on Nigeria Info. I guess lots of us missed you. Yes, I missed you. No, I didn't miss you. To be very honest, I didn't think. Let me be truthful. This job was the last on my mind. That's what is called a vacation. Vacation is you rest your body and you rest your mind. So I didn't miss you. I'm sorry. I didn't miss you, but I am happy to be back. Okay, I missed you. Don't get upset. Eze of Toronto says that welcome back, sir. Which Toronto is this one? Is Eze of Toronto? Hope you renew your left pocket power. That left pocket power is a secret now. One thing I love about you is that you can list most of your primary and secondary school mates. I'll leave this issue now. Leave this issue. leave that issue. Osagefo says, good to have you back. And Simon Wada has helped me tell everybody under the sun that Jimi Disu is back. Yeah, so I have that reaction. So I have a phone call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Ma.
No, I'm a ma'am. My
sir.
name is Felicia. Uncle Jimmy, glad to have you back.
Felicia. How are you? It would be you that would play that kind of prank of me. You just make the voice sound like that. This woman is very effeminate too. Felicia, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, good. Okay, I get it.
I just heard you this morning around. I didn't put it on the radio when you started, but I just heard your voice and I'm like, okay,
9 o'clock.
Okay, I've heard you. Welcome back.
Go back to work. Okay. Thank you very much, Felicia. Another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, my Uncle Jimmy. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
This is Medike from Tulare, Israel.
Thank you very much, Oga.
I don't have much to say. I just to tell you that I'm glad to hear your voice. We miss you.
I'm glad to hear.
God. Thank God that you've gone to have that dead rest, and like you said, you are now bouncing. Lagos stress will not drain that strength that you've got in Jesus' name.
Amen. Lagos is stressful. Somebody mentioned this morning during your program, anymore, about how long it's going to take them to do the repairs at Akpogbo. And I think it's taking forever. And I'm going to say what I told one of the commissioners who called me whilst I was on vacation. I'd like to thank him. You know, he was interested. I said, you should be happy I'm not around. Excellency, your instruction about clearing under the bridges has not been held. By the way, we're going to discuss security on Tuesday, but I need to let you know now. That advisory on Abuja, there is a possibility that it could also be a diversion. So Lagos, Port Harcourt, those major cities, Kaduna, need to be on full alert. It could be a diversion. You see, it's part of the things you get in time like this is to take your mind somewhere else and then another place is hit. Lagos is wide open, Excellency. It is wide open. Look at Ijora from the National Theatre axis. A village is springing up almost under the bridge. Why do I keep mentioning bridge? Close your eyes and God forbid imagine that Qatar Bridge goes down and Eko Bridge goes down. And if possible, Third Mainland Bridge. It means that for you to get to the studio from Yaba, you have to first of all go to Ikorodu and come in through Ekpe. That's why I keep saying and stressing that under bridges, everywhere, even flyovers, should be cleared of people. No cluster, nothing. Please, I beg of this government that alert that you had, and I'm not impressed by the government's reaction to the United States and UK advisory. Why do we always get touchy when people tell us the honest to God truth? Do you think that they don't have losses by evacuating their own citizens? I mean, come on, let's stop being on the defensive and take some things in good faith. I know there's politics in this thing, yes. But this last advisory went viral. It went viral. It was talked about outside the country. And so I plead with Lagos State government, please, let us do the needful. When we said this some time ago, it was said some people are raising false alarm. We are not raising false alarm. Everybody in Nigeria should be on full alert because sometimes these things are diversions. Okay? These things are diversions sometimes. But we have Blade. Blade will be here on Tuesday. We will look at the issue extensively. Do I have another caller there? Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
This is Mr. Frank from Odualaba.
Mr. Frank from Odualaba. How are you, sir?
I did fine, sir.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, if they say no, they say, body not before I would. Me, I for no really make you they go on vacation.
You won't kill me?
No. If say I want to kill you.
Yeah.
Each of us no need to miss on the air for 1 minute. Because we really need it.
It's okay. It's okay. But the other people here too now. Listen.
Yes, but you know, everybody there on their own now.
Okay.
The division of labor will always
you want us to have various camps? Make Wemimo camp day, Sheriff camp day, Sandra day, this one day, that one day. Okay, but point noted. Point noted. Let me take another caller before now. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Jimi Disu.
Morning, ma. Who is speaking? Who is speaking?
This is Helidesian from Ibeshe Korodu.
Okay. Okay, that's why you have that breeze there. Why don't you go inside the house and make the call? There's no signal.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not under the tree today.
You're not under the tree. I've been at your fan. They blow it.
How are you, Mr. Jide?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
How was your vacation?
Super. It's the
and
best.
How are all the grandchildren?
They are fine. No, it's the best vacation I ever had. I'm telling you.
Wow, beautiful.
One day I will tell you.
Ekabo. Well, we just want to say welcome back. We all miss you.
Yes, I miss you. No, I didn't miss you. Okay, I miss you. I miss you.
Okay, thank you.
I miss my people in the Ikorodu. Okay, now there's this story here that we had this morning, and I've given my own opinion about it, and Wemimo to give her opinion. And I've said that this program that we do at 9 is a bit of an extension of what we do at 7. So I won't repeat my opinion. Rather, I just like to know. I want to ask you people. These Afenifere or Haneze, Middle Belt Forum, all these various groups, what relevance do they actually have in real terms in politics? You know, there's this thing, all of a sudden you believe that, Ohaneze is speaking on behalf of the Igbos. Who appointed them? Who are they voted for? Afenifere is speaking on the fact of the Yorubas. Have they even subjected themselves to election? Afenifere, yes, they did during the military era. Yes, you needed groups like that. What relevance do they have today? Of course, I told you about the split in Afenifere that I find completely disgraceful. If we can't organize ourselves at ordinary club level, how do we get ourselves organized at state and national level? This is less than running even it's just an organization of maybe only God knows how many there are, 50, 100 people, you know, and now you say you have, you know, very elderly people. No, I am leader. No, you are acting leader. You said you don't want to be leader again. No, I didn't mean it that way. And it's making, look, for those of you on YouTube, it's making front page of The Guardian, a national newspaper. So don't forget all these things. As we're speaking now, we know people are watching us all over the world. Look at it. It's disgraceful. Fashion Roti says, Afenifere meetings will now hold in Akure. All because you hosted somebody and your leadership is being challenged. You now say that, no, it must now host where you are. Then Adebayo now says, old age caused Fashion Roti to get dragged into this mess. Pa Adebayo himself is 93. He says that old age caused. Then, of course, my people, I'm Yoruba on all sides, left, right, and center. Our people, usually, you won't find them talking, you know. Yoruba people, I'm sorry to say, you won't find them standing up to be counted when they need. This story says, Yoruba leaders mom on leadership tussle. They'll be talking in hushed tones. That's why our people need to. You need to take. You need to take. You need to take over your own affairs and think of yourselves. Now, no, some of them don't want to talk for various reasons. Some of it's monetary. Some of it monetary. Now it says Yoruba leaders mom on leadership tissue. Adewale, General Adewale, Sifatun's endorsement conforms with creation's ethics of Afenifere. So I want to ask you, my people, I want to ask you, in real terms, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to influence, Afenifere or Haneze, the Northern Elders Forum, Middle Belt, all these various groups, are they just clubs or do they actually have the real influence? Are you going to vote in Yoruba land because Afenifere says you should vote in this direction? Or are you going to vote in the north because the Northern Elders Forum says this is our man? I'd like to know. So let's take it very quickly. Give us your within 1 minute, and please don't let's be abusive or anything. Let's just have something clean, and then whether you believe that the influence is real. I believe that politicians are the easiest people to frighten. If you crack a banger at a rally on my mehon, if you crack a banger, they're the easiest people. Once you have that, one part Disu somewhere, he is very influential. He doesn't, whether it's influential or not, he will raise there. For example, I see them visiting traditional rulers. Even at that level, what kind of power do you think our traditional rulers have that determines who is voted for? So let's get down to that one now. Let me take the first call. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
My name is Osaz. I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, Osaz, morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, the reason why this group, we think they have influence over most youth or their people, there are some places you go to, there are some naive people that when you tell them go like this, that's where they go. Unlike people that live in the city. The people that live in the city that they really know what is going on, they are following up, they are up to date when it comes to news and everything. But there are some people that live in the village or in the rural area that they can easily be influenced by these people. They will tell them that, okay, gather them one place, speak their language for them, cajole them and everything. You see people, they move in minds to go and vote for this particular person. So that's where they come to play. But for people that live in Lagos like us, we know who is who. We know what is going on.
So you believe that only Lagos people, we are the only ones that know?
Let me say people that live in town, people that live in the urban centers,
Okay, all right.
that have access to news and everything.
Thank you. Okay, so he says that he believes that people who live in the cities are what the reggae people know what are guan. I think some of his nice wine that I drank to the holiday still they know what are reggae. They know what are guan. Okay, let's pick another one. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
Welcome, this is Joy.
Who is
welcome, sir.
Oh, Jare, who is speaking?
It's Joy speaking.
Oh, Joy. How are you, Joy?
Fine, thank you. Welcome.
Is Joy joyful?
I'm happy to hear your voice this morning.
Me too, I'm happy.
Okay, thank you, sir. See, they have influence, so they have people they control. That is why they always go to them. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So Joy says that, they actually do have influence, which means that probably they have some influence over her. Well, I don't know whether Joy falls under Afenifere or Middle Belt Forum. You can't know these things. But she says yes, they have influence. Let me see. Taiwo Temitokwe says that, Uncle Jimmy, we are talking about Yoruba nation when at Afenifere level we are struggling on leadership. Ayobami Ojo says that a lot of possibilities of a third mainland bridges coming under attack and other slips of tongue are sensitive and security risk. Mind how utterances are made on air, please. You don't need the people who do these things already know. So we need to. What I've said, there's nothing wrong with it. I say we need to secure those areas. Okay, so I know you're concerned, but the honest to God truth is, you see, there's this mistake that a lot of us make. You think that, okay, maybe in the case of Boko Haram, you're dealing with illiteracy, band of. You need to find out from people. These are intelligent people. Some of the people are in very strategic areas. don't forget that these terrorist groups, their membership is superfluous. It's not just the ones carrying the guns. They are even in the military. So what are you talking about? Eh? It's been said that there's a likelihood that they might be in the military. So I appreciate your concern, but it's not a slip of tongue. It's a matter of fact. We need to be sensitive about these areas. Okay, let's pick another one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
This is Malik speaking, sir.
Malik?
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy?
Yes.
Do you know the reason why most of us in Nigeria, we don't see?
Yes.
Those leaders are just for their own pocket, for themselves, their wife, and their kids alone. What impact has any group has done to the people of Nigeria since 1960? The only group that you can respect are the group on the other side. They speak of one voice. I think I didn't know that because he's 69 years old, or he's 43, that he's a fake one that not believe. Just see the small thing of each other enter them.
Okay.
Before you go to the other one from the east.
Yes.
Nobody will say, I don't want this person, no, I want that person. Once you don't speak what they call blood in local language in their news, confusion after.
Okay. Point noted. Time is going. It's about 9:50, so I can take just two more. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir. Pastor Ladipo from Orilegomu.
Yes, sir.
I can never forget you. I thought of you when I was on vacation. No. I said I said I hope that you were praying for me daily as a pastor.
Definitely, sir.
Pray for me.
Uncle Jimmy, quickly.
Yes.
My take is this.
Yes.
You see these babas, they have built a reputation for years. And they just want to allow one politician, just one,
yes,
to destroy what they have built for years. I remember how Taye Solari was rubbish towards the end of his life. May God save Nigeria. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
Wow. That's heavy. Very heavy. But school for thought. Sets me thinking. Okay, just one or two more. Hello, good morning. Hello. No, this one. Was that a child crying or?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Vitaly is calling from Mago. Vitaly is calling from Mago. You're welcome from your holiday.
Thank you.
I hope you bring something for us, so.
My hand come.
Uncle Jimmy, like.
But if it not issue, shall.
Talking about roads, please. Those doing my second rainbow. Please, the people are suffering there. Did you think that I take more than kilometers yesterday on leg? There's no road.
Yes.
Second rainbow, my two.
Okay, second rainbow, my two.
People are suffering there, please, Uncle Jimmy.
Okay. The question is, why are people not suffering this issue of traffic? I don't know. That's why I said we need to have a session on Lagos. The 4 years of this present governor has been covered by construction everywhere, which in itself, like Desmond Elliott said in the studio, is good. It's good development, but there's something called planning. I give you an example. From Surulere to Lagos. Okay, so Akpongbo is there. You want to avoid Akpongbo. You can't go through Oyingbo to join Third Mainland. You can't go through Ojuelegba. Construction at Oyingbo. Construction at Ojuelegba. Construction, I don't know whether it's construction, but from Kalakuta, that's okay. Some I don't know Kalakuta. Moshalashi. From Moshalashi, you can't turn and go through Yaba. All of you now have to go in one lane, straight on Haba Macaulay. Who does that? I mean, it's good that you have construction going on, or what the politicians call infrastructural development, benefits of yes, but there is something called planning. We have seen it happen in other countries. What makes us different? Is it the food we eat? How do you, from the mass people from Sulere, most of them now have to go and clog the Third Mainland Bridge from Antony Village. I mean, it's not right. So yes, I sympathize with you, but you are not alone. All of us are suffering this whatever. What's the time? 9:53. This this engine, like they call it, is very. How many more minutes do I have? I don't. 1 minute. Okay, I'm going. We'll continue this discussion tomorrow, but Osa will be in the studio with us to aid me. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 9. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired get fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.